welcome to Katie's Insight, where I give my insight on all kinds of things, including news, business, finance, current events, politics, and most importantly, right now, stimulus. You know that's almost all we're talking about. And we're going to continue on this channel to talk about these topics with stimulus, where it's going, what we can expect. And we have some really good news. And this comes out of Missouri, my home state, or a great state of misery. This comes from Senator Josh Hawley. So if you guys have been following me and paying attention, we have one bill right now that's being passed around and really looked at seriously. That is the Problem Solvers Caucus bill, and that is going around in the Senate. And the Problem Solvers Caucus bill looks decent, except for one thing. There's no stimulus checks. In fact, if you saw my video from the other day, Shepard Smith had grilled one of the Problem Solvers Caucus members about the fact that, what are we supposed to do? There's no stimulus checks in this situation. So, Josh Hawley said, I'm done, I'm fed up, we need help, where's the checks? And decided to go out and figure that out and say, okay, let's go ahead and figure out what we can do. And before I forget, guys, if you want to get more stimulus help directly in your area, here's the first thing you need to do. Subscribe to this channel, make sure you hit the notification button and that all notifications are turned on. Every day we're helping people find stimulus money in your areas and across the country in different cities and different states. And a lot of these programs are coming up quick and the money runs out quick depending on how quickly you apply. I want to make sure that you guys can get that money as quickly as possible. So make sure and go ahead and hit that notification bell as quickly as you can. And that way you will have access to that money first. I want you guys to be able to get as much money as possible. So make sure and do that. Also, guys, to support this video, if you like videos like this, give me a big thumbs up, leave me a comment, share this content with people that you think would like it. As well, if you need more one-on-one help with stimulus, go to my Facebook page, Katie's Insight, like the page, go to the group. The group is called Katie's Corner, but it will be changed to Katie's Insight soon. Go in there, ask all the stimulus questions that you want. We have a group of volunteers, and we're all trying to help one another find stimulus answers and get stimulus money across the country. And I'd love to be able to help you too. Just be patient with us. There's a few of us, and I am so busy between the two channels. It's hard to keep up, so just be nice, respectful. That's all we ask. Also, I have another channel. I do pop culture. I do commentary on contemporary things, on trending pieces. I just did a video about Britney Spears, Princess Diana, Loughlin, the college admissions scandal with her daughter, Olivia. I just did a video about I think it's a kind of a cool video, all about relationships and the big reason relationships fail that nobody talks about that typically isn't your fault. And on top of that, I'm going to be having a video coming out. I'm very excited all about Trump and aliens. I'm not kidding. You on this channel know I love the concept that aliens exist and maybe they'll come and sniff my body sprays, my candles, and be friends with me if they're nice. If they're not nice, get away. We don't need any a-holes around us. We have too many a-holes. Only nice aliens allowed. But check it out because I'm so hyped. Like, I just keep bouncing and screaming in the video because I get so hyper. Okay, I'm going to shut up on with the information you actually came for, which is not any of this. But I'll tell it to you and hopefully at least you're entertained. If not, I'm sorry for your poor bleeding ears and my chipmunk voice. Let's keep going. So Josh Hawley has put something together for us, which, as I always do, I have the information for. So let's go ahead and take a look. This is from Forbes.com. It says, Senator Hawley introduces $1,200 stimulus check bill amid relief impasse. It says Senator Josh Hawley from Missouri. I keep saying Missouri. It's where I'm from. You say Missouri. In a break with some of his Republican colleagues, introduced a bill Thursday to provide a second round of $1,200 stimulus checks as Congress struggles to reach a deal on a comprehensive package. And then we'll go over some key facts here. It says, Hawley, who had voiced support for including direct payments in any stimulus bill passed by Congress and stated he would oppose a relief package that doesn't include them, said in a statement, it's time for Congress to finally act. Americans need direct payments now. Families are struggling. Unemployment claims are rising and food lines are growing. Hawley continued, saying that he was going to demand a vote on his bill if Congress doesn't pass a relief bill with direct payments by next week. The proposal mirrors the stimulus checks included in the CARES Act, providing a one-time cash payment of $1,200 to individuals who make $75,000 or less annually, $2,400 to couples who make $150,000 or less, and $500 to non-dependent children. A group of 6 progressive Senators Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Ron Wyden, Kristen Gillibrand, Jeff Merkley, and Ed Markey sent a letter to colleagues Tuesday demanding direct payments as part of a relief bill. The American people need help, and they need help now. We agree with President-elect Biden. that a $1,200 direct cash payment should be included in the proposal, the senators said, of a bipartisan relief plan, without stating whether they would support a standalone bill. Forbes has reached out to the Biden transition team, Hawley's office, and the 6 senators for comment. A Markey spokesperson reiterated his support for checks as part of a broader relief package, but did not say whether he would support a standalone bill. And sending direct relief to American workers is a high priority of the president's, and we continue to work with Congress to get it done, White House spokesperson Benjamin Williamson told Forbes. Hawley told Politico Monday that he had a good conversation with Trump about the need for stimulus checks to be included in a relief bill. I think it's fair to say that he was surprised at the direction that some of these were headed, he added, calling the discussion thorough. $908 billion, that's the size of a bipartisan relief bill someone see as the best hope of getting a stimulus package in the near term. The bill, backed by Democratic leadership, includes $300 weekly unemployment benefits, $160 billion in state and local funding, $300 billion for small businesses, and a liability shield for employers from virus claims, but lack individual stimulus checks. That $916 I've told you about, the $916 bill, White House proposal backed by the Republican leaders in Congress, included $600 checks but no unemployment insurance, though that plan was swiftly rejected by Democratic leaders. It's what every single senator has already supported. So there should be no fiddling about, oh, I don't know, this is different. It's exactly what every senator has voted on once, Hawley told The Hill of his bill. I'm continuing to be flummoxed. I'm sorry, it's just funny to hear where use the word flummoxed. I don't know why. Like, it's not a common word. I'm continuing to be flummoxed as to why there aren't any direct payments. Everybody supported this bill in March. It's the most useful, helpful, and frankly, popular aspect. Hawley, a former Missouri Attorney General, first elected to the Senate in 2018, has been widely mentioned as a potential 2024 contender. I didn't know that. Interesting. Solidly in the right wing of the party, Hawley has said he would support Trump if he ran for the White House again, something the president has indicated he will do, telling Politico, if he were to run in 2024, I think he would be the nominee, and I would support him doing that. He'd have a lot of support in the country. So now I want to go directly to the source, Josh Hawley, and see what he has to say. Now, I want you guys to be prepared. For those of you who do lean left, this is the clip from Fox News, and as long as YouTube allows me to, they're talking about Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's son, and I guess some controversy that he is having that I don't cover on this channel because I'm not really allowed to. So I just want to let you know there are a couple minutes of that, and then they do actually go into stimulus. And it's very good news. So no matter what way you lean, I would say make sure and watch to the end. It's short, but there's a lot of good stuff. Just wanted to prepare you ahead of time because I know the comments might be upset with me. So let's take a look.
Josh Hawley, a member of the Judiciary Committee, joins us now. Senator, good morning. What do you want to know? What questions do you have?
Well, we need to get to the bottom of what exactly has gone on here with Hunter Biden. And by the way, I hope an apology will be forthcoming from the Biden campaign and from Facebook and Twitter and all these people who censored the New York Post. Turns out, guess what? The New York Post was right. Hunter Biden is under investigation for money laundering, for tax fraud, and it involves his Chinese business dealings. I want to know, is Joe Biden involved? What did the vice president know? We know that Hunter was traveling to China on a government plane in order to try to seek out business. Now he's under investigation for federal crimes for this. What did Joe Biden know, and when did he know it? He needs to answer questions.
And we know that Joe Biden's gone on the record with one of our own reporters saying that he did not talk to his son about his overseas business dealings. We will see if that changes. Meanwhile, here's more from Senator Ron Johnson on hoping that they won't need a special counsel on all of this. Senator, basically saying that I will give whoever is investigating this the benefit of the doubt, but I will certainly be suspicious of an investigation similar to mid-year exam. That was meant to cover up the truth and exonerate as opposed to uncover and prosecute. I will cross my fingers and hope that is not what this is about and does not turn into under a Biden administration. Obviously, noting that there is a transition in process. What happens with this investigation, Senator?
Well, I tell you what is absolutely certain is that if Joe Biden is sworn in as president at the end of January, the United States attorneys who are spearheading these investigations must remain in office. I mean, there is no doubt there cannot be a transition of anybody who is working on this case. It's too high profile. It's too important. It involves federal crimes. It involves the vice president, at least indirectly. And if he is going to become the president, if that happens at the end of January, this investigation must go forward and everyone involved with it must remain in place. And the details of all of it must be made public. But I say again, the idea that Joe Biden has nothing to do with this and we should just take his word that he never talked to Hunter about his business dealings, we know that's not true. The laptop emails make clear that that's not true. There's going to be a lot of questions that need to be answered here.
What will you and your Republican colleagues do to ensure that that happens in the transition?
Well, you know, the Homeland Security Committee, on which I said, and to Senator Johnson, who you're quoting, he's the chair there, we issued a report about Hunter Biden's business dealings. The mainstream media dismissed it. They were wrong. We were right. And we're going to make sure that these questions get answered and that the investigation goes forward.
Real quick, I want to get this in here. This is Tony Bobulinski, Hunter Biden's former business partner. Listen.
It would be different if this was my word against Jim Biden, Hunter Biden, and Joe Biden.
Right.
That would be a very slippery slope. But I've provided more documents and facts that validate times, meetings, who participated. It's not me generating the text messages. It's them speaking.
Real quick reaction to that, Senator.
Oh, this is exactly right. And he said that in context of the laptop and the New York Post story about the laptop. By the way, we've had the director of national intelligence say that that laptop is not foreign disinformation, that they assessed that the contents of the laptop appear to be genuine. And now we know it is central to this federal investigation. These questions need to be answered, and Joe Biden is part of the story.
Got it. So we will continue to watch developments on that. Senator, meanwhile, stimulus for the American people amid this pandemic. We know cases continue to grow. We know that there are millions still unemployed, having a hard time feeding their own families. What are we doing to get help out to them?
The most important thing that Congress can do is to send direct assistance checks to every working family who needs them. $1,200 for individuals, $2,400 for couples, and $500 for every kid. That's what we did back in March. Every senator voted for it. The president is the one who led the charge for it. He supports that again. That's what we should do. Here's what I'm going to do. If Congress cannot agree in the next couple of days, today I'm introducing a bill for direct payments to working families. I will go to the floor and ask for an up or down vote on direct assistance to families.
Senator, we appreciate your time this morning, and we ask you that, by the way, in the context of that breaking news this morning on jobless claims. They did rise by more than expected in the latest week, topping a big number, 853,000. We know people need help. Thank you for being here. We'll follow it. Thanks,
Thank you.
Senator.
Okay, guys, so you heard it. He basically said if nothing is done by Friday, so I'm assuming by today, he's going to go to the floor and try to get them to vote just to go ahead and get us direct stimulus checks. Wouldn't that be fantastic if he could make that happen? Now, I'm not saying it's going to. I'm not saying that it can. But the fact that we have more voices and more action trying to step up and immediately help us is great. If you guys remember, Josh Hawley was kind of a superstar with the SBA. Oh my gosh, on the old channel, we did so much detailing of the massive crap that happened with the SBA loans and grants, the PPP and the EIDL. And with the PPP and the EIDL, there were so many issues. They had several hearings. And nobody would hold the SBA accountable. So like, for instance, when you signed up to get an EIDL loan as a business, you were supposed to get an immediate $10,000 grant. They changed the rules on it. Well, they're not supposed to. Per the way the CARES Act is written, you're supposed to get $10,000. Went ahead, boop, changed the rules, didn't care. And Josh Hawley actually started holding their feet to the fire and saying, we need to get the Department of Justice involved. So when we did these hearings, what would happen is you had a group of senators and congressmen that would, they would face Evita Carranza. She's the head of the SBA. And they would basically say, oh, first it was 10 to 20 minutes of butt kissing and praise. And then there'd be some questions and it would go on. Josh Hawley was the only one. He came out the gate swinging. And he was like, what's going on? Why is this not happening? You're breaking the law. We're going to get the Justice Department involved. Be transparent. We're going to go ahead and press charges. So Josh Hawley, don't play around. And I'll be honest, I don't know a ton about him. Like I said, I do know he's from my state, and I kind of have that attitude too. So again, doesn't matter where you fall on the political spectrum. I believe he's Republican, like they said, and as a result of being Republican, he's like, I don't care, people need help, let's get him help, this is getting stupid. So I really hope that maybe something can happen here. And again, we don't know yet, so still need to be fingers crossed, kind of hold our breath a little bit. But again, any movement forward we have with this is always good, and I'm going to continue to update you guys and let you know where we're at. Okay guys, if you like this video, please help me in this channel out and give me a big thumbs up and like the video, subscribe, and make sure and hit notifications too, so that way you can be notified what's happening with the stimulus money, with stimulus for you, with stimulus for your area. Almost every day, we detail a city or a state that's giving stimulus help, stimulus checks to you guys, and you want to make sure to have the notifications on because the early birds get the worm. A lot of times these programs went out real quick for money, and I want to make sure that you get that information. You can be one of the first ones. So hit that notification bell. Also, sound off in the comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think this is a good sign? Do you think it's going to do anything? We'll keep up to date with where he's at here. And guys, please share this content with anybody you know that's struggling right now. People who are on unemployment, waiting for unemployment, stimulus checks, SB loan and issues, and everything in between. I've got tons of tools and tons of resources on this channel to help you during this very difficult time, and I would love nothing more than to do just that for y'all. And guys, also, make sure and go to my Facebook page, Katie's Insight, like the page, and join the group Katie's Corner. That way you can go in there and you can get more one-on-one stimulus help in your areas. You can ask stimulus questions. Now, there's just a bunch of volunteer people and group members. We're all trying to help each other, but they give more up-to-date information. People are sharing stuff. So it's a good group to be in to keep up to date. Just be patient with us. Be nice, be respectful. That's all we ask, is we're trying to all help one another figure out what we can do. Also, like I said, if you would like to see other types of content from me, make sure to go to my other channel, Joy Sparkle VS. I do more like pop culture, contemporary, trending news stuff. I just did a piece on Britney Spears, Princess Diana, their mental health issues, and I did it in a way you're not going to hear this information from very many places. I kind of give some truths that most people aren't talking about. As well, Olivia, Jade, the Loughlin college admissions scandal. I just did one as well about why most relationships fail, no matter what you do, and a lot of it's not your fault. So I give some interesting insight that, again, you're probably not going to hear many other places. I don't know why. I think a lot of it's common sense, but then again, a lot of it, especially with health, isn't always common sense because we're not a health-focused country, unfortunately. I'm hoping the virus maybe will change that so we can all come back together, help one another, and become healthier, happier, more productive individuals. That's what I would like to see. I don't know. I'm going to try to help create that world, but as always, we'll have to wait and just see what happens there. But make sure and go there, hit subscribe, and hit that notification button so you'll know when I upload. I'm trying to do daily uploads right now, but I would love to have you guys and leave comments. It all helps, obviously, with the channel, and I would love to see what you guys think, and I would love to have your support on that. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video and get more ready because a lot is going to be coming down the pipeline over the next week. It is going to be a busy week. And honestly, they're now starting to have rumors and talks saying they might stay up until Christmas. This may continue to go on. You know what? If they're going to take this much time, it better. It better, because people around Christmas time, their benefits are all ending for unemployment, for extended benefits, the PUA, student loan debt help, rent help. So they need to get their you-know-what together. So hopefully that's true, and maybe this will be something that can help us along the way. I'll keep you posted. Okay, guys, take care. I'm so grateful for all of you. Every time I end these videos, I just say a little prayer, and I'm praying for everybody. Thank you so much for allowing me to be in the position I am, because right now I'm in the position where I can at least just barely get by with what I'm doing, pay my bills, and be in a society where I'm chronically sick and still making a living. I'm so grateful to all of you. You've also allowed me to live my purpose. I feel like my purpose in life is just to be of service to people, and you guys have allowed me to do that, and I'm just beyond grateful. So thank you so much for that. And I will just dedicate myself every day as much as I can on this channel to giving back to you guys and helping you guys just as much as you've helped me. Okay, guys, take care. So lots of love to everybody. Blessings, hugs, mwah, and kisses. I'll see you soon. Bye.